Jack, a tough one to take today, late defeat against Mansfield. What's your thoughts on that result?
Yeah, obviously we're disappointed in there. I think if we look back on the game, I think we started the game pretty well. I think maybe first 20-30 minutes started okay, but that wasn't enough. I think if we'd upped that maybe an extra 10-20% in that period and maybe scored, it maybe would have been a different game. They obviously go a goal in front, which we're disappointed with, coming for a set play as well. We're not too pleased with, but we came in at half time, we spoke and worked on things that we probably could have worked on better, and I thought we did do some of the stuff that they asked better, but ultimately we get ourselves, we dig deep, we get ourselves back into the game, and then we give a poor second goal away for a counter attack, which we've looked at and we're obviously disappointed with. But overall, we need to kind of dust ourselves down, recover, and come back in and look forward to Tuesday.
Like I said, there were positives to take from the game. I thought, especially through attacking set pieces, we had a number of opportunities. Is that something we can build on?
Absolutely. I think that's been. I think we finished second in the league last year on attacking set plays. So it's started. We scored last week as well from one of them as well. So I think that's been a positive really since the start of the season. But thinking open play, I still think there's loads for us to build on, and especially in attacking areas.
You started the game out wide and then moved central at half time. What was the message from the manager in that move?
I think there was something wrong with Reece, so I think he had to kind of come off at half time, and I drifted inside and that got Ryan Riddell back out onto his wing back area, and I think getting Ryan up to speed, that'll only help us. His delivery's second to none, so if we can get him up to speed, that'll be a real positive for us.
What's the mood like now in the change room? Is it one of looking to bounce back against Wycombe?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously that's the one thing in League One. You don't get much time. There's a game comes right around the corner for you. So, I think that's only for me personally. That's a positive. You kind of have to look at the game, look back at what you can do, but put that behind you and look forward to Wycombe and try and go and get 3 points there.
And over 6,000 supporters in here today, which can be quite difficult to make for the early kick-off as well, and they were backing you all right to the end. Yeah,
absolutely. Like you touched on there, it can be hard with the early kick-off with people getting time off work and whatnot. People have to work, so obviously we're disappointed we couldn't put on a performance or even get the 3 points for them. But obviously they came out in their numbers as they do, so we're grateful for that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Cool.